Loving every time I could call you mine. I don't know why I'm being the one feeling stupid. I'm feeling stupid now. No. So now it's time for the goodbyes. Everything dies for the sunrise. Oh, you're alive. It's time for the goodbyes. Everything dies for the sunrise. Oh, you're alive. I'm gonna shut my mind. When you say what's on your mind, I can see the pain in your eyes. First I'm left, then I'm right. Don't know how to keep my calm. Baby, don't you tell your lies. It's time for the goodbyes. Everything dies where the sunrise. Oh, you're alive. Oh, you're alive.
Welcome back to Friend or Foe Esports, ladies and gentlemen. Captain's Draft League Day 1, Game 2. And after an amazing start to the night, we have our teams together for game number 2. On the blue side, we have Team Cactus, and on the red side, Team Sandals are taking the reign. I'm excited to see how these players fare this match. Could be another banger game coming our way. Once again, my name is Whirler, and casting alongside me, we have Anti.
Hello, welcome back, friends, and we're getting swiftly into this draft. Immediate Malzahar pickup and the immediate Leona Senna, it seems. Senna not quite locked in just yet, been hovered for quite a while. Looks like it is going to end up being a swap into the Jhin. both red side teams have picked Jin this time around. And very interestingly, both teams have at least 2 top laners. You know, you have Jaffe and PJ Salt on the teams on Team Sandals, and Joey and Brock Lee on Team
Oh man, it's time! I can't wait. I haven't seen Broccoli in so long. I'm so happy to see him again.
Yeah, I mean, either way, Shen going to be picked up from Team Cactus pretty early on, going to be denying the Jaffe Shen. I'm going to assume that it is going to be Jaffe in the top lane. I've never seen Jaffe play other roles.
Right.
PJ Salts, I've also never seen play other roles. So, I really don't know, but I'm just pretty confident in saying that we're probably going to be seeing Jaffe in the top lane. But the final pickup on blue side is going to be the Ashe. So you've already going to have a lot of CC. Oh, geez. Excuse me.
Okay.
But you're already going to have quite a bit of CC. You got the Nether Grasp, you've got the Shen's Shadow Dash, and you've got the Enchanted Crystal Arrow. And the Silas going to be picking up all of those ultimates.
Yeah, he is. Another Silas being picked by a mid. So much CC coming around. Team Cactus, honestly, I hyped Broccoli up, but then I just realized what he's playing, and I'm a little disappointed. I hate Malzahar so much. So much.
Well, I mean,
so much CC coming out from Team Cactus already. Actually, both sides, to be fair.
Both sides, really. Yeah, you know, you got that captive audience. You've got that solar flare. You've got the chains from Silas as well. And both teams going to be taking, you know, more junglers off the map. And Lee Sin going to be picked up for the side of Team Sandals.
Please tell me that's going on Fang over Fang. Please, I want to see it.
Honestly, okay, so, you know, the roles have been picked at random here in our draft itself. The teams have chosen what they're going to be picking, and that explains why the Senna was hovered for so long. So because the Senna was hovered for so long, I'm gonna guess it is in fact Fang over Fang on AD carry, which begs the question, who are we going to be seeing rocking that Lee Sin? Is it going to be PJ Salt? Is it going to be Austin? Is it going to be a mid? Who knows? But either way, Zach going to be picked up for the final pick of Team Cactus here, leaving so much CC. This is like literally tank and CC galore.
Can I throw an off
for more CC?
Can I throw an off-brand prediction here?
Yeah.
I'm predicting it's Jaffe on Lee Sin.
Oh,
and then throwing the other one top lane.
But we also have seen Jaffe play Lee Sin in the top lane.
Yeah,
Jaffe's also very prone to picking very, you know, unorthodox picks. Like, for example, Jaffe for a while was a Shyvana main in the top lane, and we're going to be seeing... Okay, there's no shot that you're going to tell me that it is going to be Jaffe picking a Yuumi top lane. The Senna and the Yuumi obviously mean hovers, but the question is, what are we going to have? We're taking the Fiora into the
Shen. That's an interesting one. And one thing I do want to mention now that draft has concluded, let's go Joey, who is the top lane, or potentially the top laner for Team Cactus. Everyone go ahead and wish Joey a happy birthday. He's a big part of FoF and we love him to death. Happy birthday, Joey.
We do. Happy birthday, Joey. And, you know, we're going to be seeing Leaves later. Happy birthday to Leaves. Happy birthday to Liz, who is someone completely unrelated to FoF. Just if you happen to be watching the stream, happy birthday, Liz.
Very true, very true.
Either way, from the side of Team Cactus, they have a very, very strong CC team fighting composition. And on the side of Team Sandals, there is no chance in hell that they're going to be able to team fight against Team Cactus. They have to 1-3-1, they have to split push, and they have strong objective control, but Jaffe needs to get fed and needs to draw the attention of more than just Shen.
I have not seen with a team with such CC. It is so scary to look at Team Cactus's team comp. What is that? That is. I would hate to be anyone on Team Sandals. A KUSS better be on all 5 members with cleanse, otherwise, that's Ash Arrow. You got all of Nautilus's kit. You got all of Zach's kit. You've got Shen taunt. You've got to worry about Malzahar ult. What else do you need?
I don't know, but both AD carries going to be taking the cleanse because they do not want to be caught in that CC chain. Unfortunately, for the side of Fang over Fang on the Jhin, cleanse is not going to save you from Nether Grasp.
This is true. This is true. He's going to probably be building QSS at some point in this game, depending on how it goes. He is going to be opting for the crit build, which I do like to see. It will scale so much better against their team as well. We got Ahmed on the Lee Sin pick. I'm excited to see how this flourishes throughout this game, seeing how exactly we can go about this. But we are in 5 points on both sides of the map. Jaffe is indeed top lane on the Fiora against Joey Shen. How do you feel about the Fiora Shen matchup on paper?
On paper, I'm sorry. Oh, yeah. So on paper, it should honestly be very strong in Jaffe's favor, but we are seeing the Conqueror being picked up on the side of Jaffe, which means that you're going to be doing quite a bit of damage in extended fights. So Joey needs to only take quick, short trades. Shen is very, very strong at that. And the question is, does Jaffe have the presence of mind? Not only the presence of mind as the room, but also the presence of mind to understand that you can only really be taking the longer trades if you're rocking the Conqueror. Very strong top laner, but with continually poking on the Fiora, I'm not sure how many times I've seen Jaffe use the Conqueror rune. Every time I've laid into Jaffe's Fiora, it has been with the Grasp. So I'm not sure how comfortable he is on it. Either way,
much indeed. Yep, go ahead and finish.
Yeah, either way, going to be able to pick up the early CS, going to be shoving Joey in. Birthday be darned, not going to be giving Joey any presents here.
So far, has not gotten a single bit of CS just yet. Joey's sitting at the biggest 0 I've seen. Unfortunate for him. Jaffe not given any birthday forgiveness. No relent. Not even going for the what's it called? Well, what is that adjective called when you kind of just use the ability in place, even though it's a dash? I can't.
The Hail Mary.
I can't strike up the word at all.
Mm-hmm.
But it'll come back to me in time. Either way, really styling on Joey so far. 1-12 in the top lane. Meanwhile, other sides of the map, Broccoli and Hi, I'm Austie. Hi, I'm Austie. I have not seen so far just yet, so I'm excited to see how he performs on the Sylas. We saw an amazing performance with lights on Sylas earlier today, so I'd like to see another Sylas banger coming out here in this mid lane. With that being said, another pick that's been that's been so far 100%. Oh, give me 1 second. We might have a little bit of a fight going on here. As Utility Monster walking into the lane after Ahmed does is going to knock up Austin, bring him back a little bit, really forcing this gank to happen. Utility Monster getting a double knockup is going to proc the passive for that. I think that was a little way too greedy from our boy Utility Monster to go ahead and take that. Broccoli flashing to the side to dodge the chains from Hi, I'm Austin, and he's going to pick up first blood on Utility Monster. What an absolute... What a way to start off the game.
Yeah, I mean, Utility Monster kind of just said, hey, you know what? There's no way that you're going to fight me here. I'm calling it out, and I'm calling your bluff. And Ahmed and Asti just decide, no, we're right here. You saw us walk. We're just going to kill you for it. And they are going to be taking up that first blood. And, in the meantime, bot side Ultrarock's going to be picking up a small CS lead. Fang missing that first siege minion, definitely going to be hurting here. But either way, Jaffe going to be getting a good trade. Looking for the kill on Joey. Has the ignite.
Is not going to follow any further, though. And in an unexpected turn of events, Joey has pulled ahead in CS. Proud of him. Very proud of him.
Is able to pick up the CS lead right now, but Jaffe now has the opportunity to freeze, needs to thin out this wave. But with no teleport available, Jaffe is forced to stay here for quite a bit longer. Meanwhile, Joey can just teleport right back to top lane, shove it straight in with the item lead, is what I would say if Joey had picked up items.
No, I think that's a spectator bug.
No.
Notice how Zach is still dead.
Ah, I see. So yeah, that is going to be a spectator bug, but Joey should be able to have some extra items, going to be able to force Jaffe to break the freeze and going to get a bounce right back into him. Should be falling behind on experience, but honestly shouldn't be the worst thing in the world for him.
Right, not in the worst spot ever. Kill up so far on the side of Sandals. They are going to really hope to push this lead as Lee Sin is making his way to the bot side of the map. Team Cactus is pushed up a little too far. Lee Sin could capitalize on this, could turn this into an Ocean Dragon as well eventually. But it looks like the bot lane have really recognized that, and instead of pushing to the tower, opted to get some vision here in the river, spot out the Lee Sin, ping his location. Yep, there it is, and we got ourselves a little bit of a standstill going on here. Only a K so far for Sandals in the lead, so not too much. But Lee Sin, after getting spotted, has started the dragon. Could get called out, actually. I don't know how safe of a attempt this is, but it looks as if Team Cactus have no idea that this is happening.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that they've got an idea, but I'm sure that they do not care as Utility Monster.
He is going to get the gank on Hayamosti. Hayamosti does not have flash to really do anything about this, but Ahmed is coming in to help save Osti. Utility Monster did get the gank he wanted, but did not get the result he was looking for, as 4 members of Team Sandals have pulled up to the mid lane to stop anyone from dying. So nothing's going to happen. Just the exchange of some summoner spells, and the how do you do, off to the jungle we go.
Yeah, I mean, both junglers just kind of casually walking directly into lane and forcing their ganks, but not going to be able to get much off of it. You know, Ahmed once again with a counter gank, but this time a little bit later than was necessary if you want to be able to get too much off of it. You know, Utility Monster just looking to continually farm up 4-6. You know, Osti being able to pick up that ulti before Zach even had a chance of ulting is one of the strengths of Silas, a little bit on the sillier side, but either way, Joey now with the healing reduction should be able to survive in the longer fights into Jaffe.
Very much so. Has the Bramble Vest on lock. Looks like Jaffe's going to be going for the Gore Drinker this game. Good pickup from Jaffe if he is able to complete that pretty quickly. Fiora healing is a little ridiculous. Going to require some Grievous Wounds. Already got 1 on lock, but can we get more coming out from the side of Team Cactus? But a little bit of an engage coming out. Zene's played on Ultravox, forced to cleanse flash out of that. Does have Utility Monster off to the side to hopefully get some return kills in this one. It looks like PJ saw. Oh, good hook from Frozen with an Ash Arrow as the response. And it looks like Fang over Fang's going to be going down. Good gank from Utility Monster countering the 2v2 is really well played from Team Cactus, and they are going to be able to come out on top with that.
Yeah, unfortunately for Fang over Fang, you know, watches Akamaru go down and not going to be able to complete exactly what it is that he wants to do. Instead, flashing in a straight line, still getting hit by the Enchanted Crystal Arrow. Cleansing not as much CC as was possible in the moment, and going to lose so much farm for it. You know, Ahmed needs to pick up the eye. Okay, there we go.
I think it was trying to give it to, he was pinging it. He was trying to give it to Jaffe, I'm pretty sure.
I would hardcore disagree with giving it to Jaffe this early on.
I would too. He eventually did pick it up, which is really good. A trade in ultimates coming here so far. Osti using his, and now Brock Lee on Ahmed. Ahmed going in deep. Brock Lee dying to the red buff is going to go down 1-for-1 trade in the mid lane. And there's still more going on. Actually, we got a little bit of a replay going on here. Take it away.
Yeah. But either way, you know, Osti had the Nether Grass, was able to set up into Ahmed's gank, but beautiful ulti from Joey to keep Brock Lee alive long enough to get the trade kill. Unfortunately, the challenging smite is going to end up taking Brock Lee with the last tick, but Joey going to be able to get them a kill in return.
This is worth going back one more time for. If we can go back and see that one more time, pay attention to that on I'm Osti's side. Look at how low he gets just when Ahmed is able to kick Brock Lee out of the ultimate, and save High Imosity with a 1 HP difference. Look at how this. On the tower, one more shot, good kick from Ahmed. He flashes out and barely gets out alive, pops the Time Warp Tonic Potion, and just ever so barely gets out alive. The level up on top of that, 3 chances to die there, and not a single one of them goes through.
Oh
wow.
My lord.
What a play.
And Fang over Fang gonna be able to get the revenge kill. You know, the Solar Flare into the Current Call spells lights out for Ultravox. And when you don't have the Enchanted Crystal Arrow on board, you cannot just cancel the Current Call whenever you want. And Jaffe looking for a kill.
Ooh, face tank the stun. Let's go. Joey no longer has the gap closer, still has access to the flash. Should be able to get out of this alive. Is going to hold it. Is just barely going to get out. Jaffe taking a tower shot now. Utility Monster is in. No Fiora W. No way to stop this knockup from happening. Doesn't queue out of it in time. Is going to get pulled, and I think this is definitely Jaffe going down. Here's the flash. Doesn't queue out, so gives Utility Monster another opportunity to go for the kill. Has the ultimate. Jaffe with the outplay. Is it going to be enough for him to take out? One of the blobs gets taken out by Turret. One more auto, and it's going to be enough. Jaffe is going to reverse this play, turn it on his head, and come out with a kill.
Yeah, no ulti available for Utility Monster, no healing reduction, and that Jaffe was able to heal so much, already had the Conqueror stacked, got the Vitals, got the tower shots off, and that durability update makes those towers hit so hard. Utility Monster, unfortunately, not going to be able to get much for the team. Either way, team... Oh my god, is it Team Sandals? I completely forgot.
Team Sandals is the red side, Team Cactus is the blue side.
I keep looking at the logo and think, these are slippers.
Team Slippers and Team... Well, for this, we'll just say Team Slippers and Team Pricks.
Oh no. But either way, Team Sandals going to be having, you know, a full 1.5k, full 1k gold lead. At 11 minutes, not a bad deal in the slightest, especially when you have scaling champs like the Fiora, like the Silas.
Honestly, not very true, actually. We have quite an interesting start to this game, if you ask me. It started out very slow, but it started ramping up really quickly. It's now hit this sort of awkward position where it's the game's neither going fast nor slow here. Utility Monster off to the side again, ready to 2v2. Fang over Fang, dodging the Ash Arrow, but does get knocked up with the Q from Utility Monster. Hook. It looks like Fang over Fang is going to be going down once more, taking 3 ultimates to the face. Actually 2.
Yeah, and while Fang over Fang did throw out the cleanse, unfortunately not going to be able to cleanse much.
Oh, Nethergrass coming on the release in. Ahmed taking very low, trying to get as much as he can. Good Zanyas from Frozen to turn that one around. Is going to end up going down inevitably, but it is going to be 3 kills, ultimately 4, including the Jhin, for Team Cactus.
Yeah, and Ultravox able to just free hit that entire time. That's what a cleanse usage should look like. Unfortunately for the side of Team Sandals, you know, Fang over Fang has been using these cleanse at opportune moments. It's just that you can't cleanse knockup duration, and so much of the side of Team Cactus has CC that is just so difficult to deal with as far as cleanse is concerned. I think the only thing that you can actually cleanse here is you got the stun from Enchanted Crystal Arrow, you got the root or the slows from Nautilus, and I guess you have the silence and the taunt from Shen, which, you know, don't get me wrong, that's a lot of things, but at the same time, you got Zack's entire kit, you got Nautilus's ulti and hook, you've got Nether Grasp, and even with so many things you can cleanse, when you're getting hit by everything you can't, it's so difficult to make use of the Summoner spell.
It is absolutely so difficult. There is literally, I've never seen a comp that has this, but you can confidently say there is way too much CC on the side of Team Cactus. And
yeah, looking like Dota over here.
Honestly, it is looking like Dota. I'm shocked to see it, but it's working out super well for their bot lane. Ashe 3-1 has the Kraken online. That's a lot of damage coming out from this champion. Very auto attack oriented champion, aside from if you're doing a different build path. But that's not what's happening in this game. Good combo from Silas is going to get. Let's go, Joey with the Stand United is going to be really good here. But Ahmed is up here with Utility Monster. Utility Monster left alone. Let's go Joey off to the side. Jaffe is still here, ready to dive Utility Monster at any given moment. Let's go Joey is back in the fray. Taunt going on Ahmed. Jaffe now has no way to get into this fight. Is going to be a little late to it. Ahmed is going to be taken out. Good kick. It ultimately is going to result in Utility Monster going down. Good turnaround from Jaffe, able to get into the fight as soon as possible and turn this fight on its head. Double kill for Team Sandals, and they're going to be able to take up this top turret, and that's going to be first turret of the game, right as, a little intermission from the minions. They have to get their last word in. But an amazing top lane play so far, and Jaffe has been doing a beautiful job keeping things up here.
Yeah, and unfortunately for the side of Team Cactus, it doesn't matter if the durability updates around. You're playing tanks, you're under tower, it doesn't matter. Team Sandals does not care. Jaffe and Ahmed just going to be able to pick up so much and picking up the blue buff and looking for more.
And speaking of which, in this bot lane, we have a little bit of a skirmish going on here. Ultravox barely getting out of the stolen Leona ultimate, but we have exactly what we're looking for turned on its head. The CC'ers have been CC'd, and Fang over Fang is going to pick up some kills for his troubles.
Yeah, and just like that, they've been able to win cross-map plays. They got the Herald in the top side. They got the kills in the bot side. And for Team Sandals, you're definitely feeling good about this one. But you have to remember, Team Cactus has a beautiful team fighting composition. You cannot sleep on this, especially with so much CC to just wombo with Utility Monster.
This is disrespectful here. This is disrespectful. You can't freeze this on them. There's no way. You're just sacking so much HP at that point, Utility Monster. But a valid attempt and a very team-like, that's a very teammate thing to do. So you know what? We appreciate it regardless. Utility Monster trying to freeze the way for the Ashe did end up saving some minions for Ashe to take eventually. So you know what? It wasn't the worst thing in the world. Ultravox does pick up some CS for it. But ultimately, Utility Monster taken very low, still on the map, still able to apply a little bit. Is going to jump into the mid lane. Hayam Asti is going to have to E out of that one. And you know what? 1 HP or not, he does have the passive. Good kick from Ahmed. Passive is going to get burned here in just a quick second. If Utility Monster can hit 0 HP, it doesn't look like that's happening. The other grasp on Ahmed. Utility Monster doesn't die, I guess. He's just going to give over the kill to... Or who claimed that kill? That was, I believe, Malzahar claimed that. Very, very good.
I believe so, but either way, right? Utility Monster dying quite a bit early on is something that we've seen time and time again, right? Where goes for a play, is limit testing a little bit too far, breaks the limits a little bit, but the longer the game goes, the more and more he's got those calculations, right? And meanwhile, in bot lane, they're going to be able to freeze up this wave. Should be fine for them. Utility Monster doesn't want to keep that available for them.
This is very true. Hayam Asti getting some river pressure. Dragon coming up in 5 seconds. It's a Cloud Soul. So not much Dragon Prio is going to be, no one really wants a Cloud Soul, but it doesn't sound like a bad option, especially with the amount of ultimates and go buttons that Team Cactus have. If Team Cactus are able to pick up this Dragon, or if either team are able to pick up the Soul, it would honestly prove to be very, very worth it in the end. That being said, we have a few win conditions on each team, and I want you to break down... there might be a little bit of a fight going on. Hold the phone just a minute. Utility Monster does have the Q broken on him, doesn't start it, but there's a few win cons these teams need to really look for. What is going on? Jaffe is saying hi around the corner, dropping the Rift. We have an interesting Rift Herald going. Shelly is going to take the turret. Wow, I did not expect that to work as well as it did. But you know what? Jaffe gets a free turret in his pocket. Win conditions. Oh, no. Frozen off to the side. We got a little bit of a mid-fight going on here. Nope, nothing's going to transpire from it. What win conditions are these two teams going to be looking for to get themselves together?
from the side of Team Sandals, they are just looking to keep this game as high tempo as possible, as we've seen already, you know, making use of their incredibly strong, scrappy team composition. Going to be continuing to 1-3-1, going to continue to pick up farm, and PJ going to get taken down by the Enchanted Crystal Arrow, and there's that CC chain.
Blowing all the CC on the Leona. The Leona gets out alive. It's a Leona. You're not going to kill her in one shot. Not getting the kick on Frozen just yet. Doesn't have the kick at a very ready distance. Did hold the kick. Honestly, didn't have a good kick anyway, so it was smart to hold it. Jumping in, going down. Not the worst thing in the world. Leona does get out alive,
Not the worst thing
however.
in the world, but definitely a 1-for-0 where they did not have to lose anyone there. Either way, Jaffe just going to continue to push down this top lane. You got so much of a CS discrepancy, but Shen just needs enough in order to stay, you know, relevant. Aussie going to be back in a ward, but should be just fine here. The Gore Drinker fully completed for Jaffe is super rough for the side of Joey, as Joey just doesn't have even remotely close to a full item yet.
Honestly,
you got a bit of a garage sale.
a little bit of a garage sale going on here. And in that regards, there's a hook going on IMPJ Salt. It's going to start the fight. Utility Monster's coming in to help you. Utility Monster's has been in this bot lane this entire game, and who could blame them? It's a pretty popular bot lane here as Utility Monster picks up IMPJ Salt. A little bit of a late death from the Leona. No flash to get out of it that time. Fang over Fang, though, does get out alive. Type in an all chat while you camp in my lane, probably. But we have one heck of a game on our hands, and we got some plot twists going on here in Twitch chat as well, as we just found out something that we've been trying to figure out for a while now. That being said, back to the game. We have a game on our hands. Dragon coming up in 2 minutes. 2 dragons for Team Cactus. Looking like it's Joey is not in a good spot right now, but Utility Monster might be able to save him. Is going to flash out. The Lee Sin Q is on him still, but he's suppressed, not able to get alive. Jaffe flashing over is going to be able to pick him up. Rock Lee picking up the Lee Sin as a trade. Utility Monster going in for more. High-aimed Asti is going to get knocked up here, and a hook onto him as well. Frozen. There's some damage going out here, but we have a Nautilus ulti. How well could he use this one? Could get out alive if he utilizes it well. Hook going on to Asti. Asti trying to get out. Utility Monster cutting him off. Ooh, he wanted the chains on Utility Monster. Is going to go down for it. Utility Monster is going to get
for so long, though.
Jaffe in the midst of 2 right now. PJ Salt jumping in now. Ultravox has come into the fight, and this has been one heck of a long fight. Jaffe's going down. PJ Salt now in a little bit of a situation is going to get rooted up. Ash getting a double kill. They're going to get the top turret after this as well. Fang over Fang on the opposite side of the map. Not able to get there. That is going to be a 4-4, I believe, 2. Yeah, Joey. So a 4-for-2 for Team Cactus, and they're going to be able to pick up this top turret, and that is absolutely beautiful for them.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that we were mentioning earlier, right? It's one thing to note that, you know, Team Sandals had a very strong gold lead, and right now it is crumbling because they're playing into the win condition of their opponents. You know, Team Cactus might have been down, but that is an incredibly terrifying team fighting composition. You do not want to be playing into that for any longer than you have to. And, you know, happy birthday, Joey. You got to see some action other than simply just laning into Fiora, who's going to poke you down the entire laning phase. And Joey is getting closer and closer to a full build rather than purely just that garage sale. Have the Crossfire on deck, and with Stand United available, Joey is basically in this team fight already.
Very much so. We have the Dragon online. We have a little bit of a standoff going around the map. Nothing really has started just yet, but what angles? It looks like Team Sandals are trying to pull in the river. It's a little risky of how this is going to start. Anti, keep it going though. What exactly? Oh, never mind. Here we go. The fight had started. The blast bonus and pop. Ultimates have been dropped. and we have a fight that just cannot be stopped. Ultimate being flown around, people going down high on Mosty, and Utility Monster biting the bullet. Looks as though Ultravox is barely getting out, but he's gotten so many people low. Brock Lee, Johnny Singh at the last possible second. PJ Salt going down. Let's Go Joey caught in the middle of 3, isn't able to get that, and that's going to be an ace for Team Sandals, and they're going to turn this game right on its head, pick up their second dragon of the game. What an absolutely beautiful team fight from Sandals to pick that up. Fang over Fang, distancing himself from all of the chaos, getting the damage he needed. Jaffe in the fray, getting the ultimate popped, instant healing for his team, trying to stall out that as much as he can, and that could be a Baron for Team Sandals as well.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure if they quite have the DPS in order to take out the Baron in time, but either way, Fang over Fang landing that 4th shot of the current call onto Ultravox was so incredibly important. Made sure that Ultravox was super low, but Utility Monster looking for a steal opportunity here. Has it available.
Gets it kicked. No! Ahmed secures it. Keep going.
Yeah, 50-50 is going to go in the way of Team Sandals. Jaffe right now looking for a kill, and they're just going to push forward.
And with that being said, they're being chased out of their own jungle. Ultravox just respawned. He's just going to go down again. They tried to steal this Baron, but they're just now going in one by one, going down to Team Sandals. And they're going to pick the top lane to go ahead and push this all in. Haven't lost a single member just yet. They are going to break open the base on this push, guaranteed. Very well played from Sandals to go ahead and break open the game, turn it on its head. 7K gold lead, a Baron and 2 dragons, and a beautiful back-to-back team fight.
Yeah, all it took was one team fight win for Team Sandals. Like, this is a team that should not be winning these team fights, right? They had a little bit of a gold lead, but they're not a team fighting composition. They're playing the 1-3-1. So the moment you can beat your opponents at their own game, you're allowed to just absolutely run it over. So with Team Sandals being able to pick that up, Jaffe should be able to get the fully completed Ravenous Hydra here. Oh, actually going to be skipping it, going straight for the Death's Dance instead, which makes it so that way Jaffe goes from a strong split pusher to a ridiculous team fighter.
I think that's still Ravenous Hydra component.
You know, Jaffe is going to go for the Ravenous Hydra eventually.
I thought you were talking about he just picked up. You're right. Yeah.
Had the components to finish a Ravenous Hydra. It should have been only about, I think, like 300 gold with those components in order to get a Ravenous Hydra. But with those components instead, picked up the full Death's Dance, which if you're already able to survive that long without a Ravenous Hydra in your kit, a Death's Dance is going to make it so much harder for you to die.
This Fiora is going to become a menace. 6-1 and 6 so far. Split pushing down the top lane. Looking to break open the top lane inhib hopefully soon. Baron still has about 40 seconds on it. They should be able to make a play here somewhere. Group around and sort of get things done. But so far it's a 1-3-1. Ahmed caught out, though. He is not going to be able to get this out of alive. There's way too much CC on the table. You have to respect that. Yeah, you have Baron. Yeah, you're ahead. But unfortunately for Ahmed, he was not in a position to be in between the lanes in front of a Nautilus and Ashe. With that being said, Brock Lee getting Austie out or caught out. Utility Monster is going to smite him away, and now that's 2 members of Sandals throwing the game back into Cactus.
Yeah, and shutdowns definitely worth a ton of gold, and the Lee Sin being down right now doesn't mean too much because we don't have any neutral objectives available, but does mean that the 1-3-1 split composition is not going to be able to get as much out of this Baron as they could have.
This is very true. Baron is gone, 10 seconds out. We got 2 minutes and 40 seconds on the next Baron. See what teams can do from there. But before that, we have the 4th or 5th dragon of the game, Cloud, coming up. This is soul point for someone, and depending on who gets it, let's break down what we have on the table.
Yeah,
Each and every ultimate will be back up for the Cloud Dragon. All of the summoners will be as well. What I'm seeing is this is going to be a banger of a dragon fight, and I'm excited to see it. We have everything on the table ready to use except for Frozen's Flash, which is honestly crazy to me. What were you going to add?
Yeah, I mean, right now, Jaffe is just going to continue to push out the side lane. Should be fine here as long as he reposts the Zac Q. Should be able to get away for long enough with the Grand Challenge. Should be getting the move speed to get away here.
My
Looking
goodness
for it all in the
gracious.
1v3.
1v4 actually. Almost gets it. Very, very close. Doesn't get a kill in return. Does proc the passive, however. Very well played from Jaffe regardless, getting out as much as he can. But with that play in the top lane from Cactus, they are going to give over Soul Point for free to Sandals.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately for Jaffe, did have the jet charge on top of him. Not going to be able to get the riposte either way, but going to be able to waste a lot of time. So one more Cloud drag on the table. Right now, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drags, and drag number 6 gonna be coming up in about 4.5 minutes. But if I've seen any Yubi games, we all know that you can't have Cloud without Final Fantasy VII or drag number 7. I'm absolutely expecting to see Utility Monster go for some kind of crazy seal to force a drag 7.
I would not be shocked either. However, I'm curious to see how that one would go. With that being said, Kyle Mosti and PJ Salt getting Baron control, 35 seconds on that, warding and denying vision as much as they can. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, they're looking to break open the first tower in the mid lane. They have an objective on it, extra gold bounty for it if they're able to get it. And Jaffe going to be pressuring Let's Go Joey off of the wave. Does not have too much to be able to handle Jaffe. Honestly, is just going to take a beating. Flash taunting away, 1 HP, not going to be able to get her alive. Jaffe chasing him real well there, sticking onto him very beautifully.
Yep.
And
very little that Fiora could do, but either way, Fang over Fang,
getting
rough position.
Yep, getting hit up a little bit by Utility Monster. Not going to result in too much though. Curtain Call now being drawn out from from Fang over Fang. Frozen having to run flash out of that one. Good ulti depth charge to stop that, but an insect kicking the Nautilus into the team is going to result in him getting Nether Grasp and going down, but Frozen is taken very low, should go down as well. But PJ Salt being given over as well. Oh my god, PA being popped. Fang over Fang doing a lot of damage there. Ultravox, 1 HP. Fang over Fang going to take it, taking the Triumph health back as well. They're going to be able to open up bot lane there. Jaffe continuing the push, taking a Nexus tower. That should be it for the push. However, oh my god, Team Sandals not giving it up. 10k gold lead almost. And Jaffe going to take a second inhib for his troubles.
Yeah, and Jaffe has zero qualms about taking that inhib. Says, hey, you know, I don't care. Even if on the off chance I die, we have 2 inhibs. This is so good for us here. That I am so happy to just go straight there for it. You know, running a little bit low on mana, going to be able to get quite a bit of it back with the Gromp. And looking for Utility Monster, perhaps. Jaffe's allowed to stay outside for so long. And this is a 3-item Fiora.
That is very true. I'm very shocked to see that too. Fiora should be actually picking up a full item here, I'm pretty sure. If not pretty damn near close. And it is going to be a Hex Drinker, get some MR on the table. More ways to not die, which honestly, that scares me to see from the 7-2 Fiora, who has almost Flame Horizon Joey on his birthday too. Really, Jaffe? That's cold.
Man, you know, Jaffe says, you know, happy birthday, Joey. You do get to take a nap and just close your eyes. It'll be over in a bit. Either Cactus, way, an interesting pickup from Jaffe to go for the Hex Drinker here, which is going to turn to a mob. Very strong for team fights, but either way...
Oh my god! 4-man stun from PJ Salt to kick off this fight. Utility Monster getting the knock-up on 3 to hopefully get out of that one. Gonna have to flash out of the fray. PJ Salt still in, getting a 3-man Zenith Blade, getting dragged to the back, is gonna go down for it, but there's been a lot of damage going around, and I see Team Sandals taking this one home as Curtain Call picks up 2 and a 3rd coming out for Fang over Fang as Ultravox is dragging this one out. And a Gale Force pickup for Fang over Fang, picking up the quad, bringing it down mid. He said, all right, F this, game's over. He's taking it out. Not even a Baron in sight. And oh my goodness, yeah, he's so old in this game. Oh my god, rip FoF.
Yeah, and Fang over Fang with the perfect Jin cosplay, gonna be picking up 4 kills to end the game. 4 kills for the Jin, and just like that spells death for the enemy team. Victory on the side of Team Sandals.
I love Fang over Fang so much. He's such a gem. You can see just how done he was with that game, but he deserved it. Picking up a quadra kill. Happy birthday, Joey, once again. And what an amazing start to the captain's draft so far. Let's take a quick look at the stats and what, or at least what we can see from the stats of this game and get your final comments on it, Anti.
Honestly, that was one of those games where it's like, if you do get to those later game moments, you can start to see Team Cactus bring things back. But there was just so much gold on the side of Team Sandals, they were not able to fight back. And, you know, Ahmed gonna be just rocking the, like, how many is that? That's what? 6 Negatron cloaks? Oh dear lord. I mean, how are you supposed to get past that?
Honestly, no. You just you do the click /FF and you just go next. With that being said,
either way, speaking of going next, we are going to be going to the next game in just a bit.
Yep.
But not until after an interview with the winners.
Very good. We will see you guys then. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you soon.
Hello, folks. Chris Edgeworth here with our second interview of the night, and I'm joined by the staff member Victorious joining us here. Fang over Fang joins the desk. How are you feeling?
Dude, I'm feeling pretty good. It's good to be back in FoF, just calling everyone trash and just proving that I'm the best player to ever grace the game.
Yeah, well, Brendan showing off the just staff diff here. In another game where a staff member, I guess it's cheating because in the last game, if Sharo had won, then we would have been able to say the same thing. But, I'm going to allow it because technically we weren't supposed to have friend or foe staff members on both sides of that matchup last game. But either way, so another victory for the friend or foe staff. You folks had an interesting draft coming into this game. Fiora, Lee, Silas, Jin, Leona. And then we did have the matchup on the other side, Shenzak, Mal's, Ash, and Nautilus. What were your thoughts overall on how the draft came together? Because I know you're pretty opinionated about draft.
Well, I kind of felt bad because I feel like we actually tried a bit in draft, and clearly Josh ran it down when he came to draft, picking 3 tanks because he was scared of me. But did you see they banned Tom Kench, dude? They were scared about my TK and PJ Salt's Tom Kench. We're gonna go send a Tom Kench. They were scared, but I think our draft was good. I actually think I think we won draft actually pretty hard.
So you're fully willing to embrace the evil that you campaign against?
Absolutely. I must bring down Lawlytics because UB's won 3 seasons in a row, and my ego can't be checked.
Well, there you go. So we gotta slay the massive algorithm before it comes to life. So you just gotta flex the degeneracy on them every now and then. And in this game, speaking of degeneracy and flexing, you played a Jin game where I was very happy to see that you did not commit heresy and ended up getting the quadra kill on Jin. So way to count to 4 on those kills. What was your experience overall playing this game and being the better Jin player out of the friend or foe staff that played today?
Well, I had to, before the game, ask Chris for some Jin tips, and he, in all caps, screamed 4. And so at all times during the game, I had to think in 4s to properly cosplay as Jin. And once I got the quadra kill, we had to shout out our coach, Chris Sunga and Juicy 96 or 97. So
there we go. Well, I mean, what I would like to know a little bit more about is about the cadence of the game, because it was pretty, I wouldn't say like back and forth per se, but it was just like messy and like a lot of tempo swings. Even if the overall like cadence of the game didn't get swung back and forth, there was a lot of just like, we're inting, no we're inting, no we're inting. So what was your thoughts overall about how like the cadence of the game ended up?
Well, I feel like that's expected with the tournament draft, where it's it's for fun, right? Of course, a lot of these players aren't playing their main roles or playing with new members, so that's to be expected. Besides the team that we just beat, since all of them are friends, so I have 0 regard for them. Same thing with Shopping Cart. I hope they both lose, since they decided to pick all of their friends.
Wow, a bunch of hackers. They're not even playing in the spirit of the. You gotta play with randoms, dude. This is the yard. You're just picking nobodies off the line.
The only person I feel bad from last game was my boy Joey, dude. I wanted to, if I could dedicate one win, it would be to our boy Joey. Joey definitely takes the dub.
Joey, MVP in our hearts, of course, and happy birthday as well, buddy. That's me for this interview, Brendan. Do want to give you your opportunity. Final thoughts, any shout outs? Is there anyone in particular that you're looking forward to facing off? How about that?
So to drop the Prasad, I actually really do want to face Brian. That's Shopping Cart, just because I think he's a very good player, and I think that he won't sit and do nothing bot lane. And if I could shout out Taylor, PJ Salt, he is, of course, autofilling, playing support when he doesn't play support, and he's being a good sport. We're having PTSD flashbacks in some of these little practice games, and Austie, who hasn't been FWF in a while, he was a former, I think it was Rex Regalis sub, and playing with him it's a pleasure, to be honest. I think he's a very good player.
Well, right on. Cool. Well, congrats on the win. You folks are in the winner's side of the bracket tomorrow, so we'll see more of you folks then. And we're going to take a short break, folks. We got 2 more games coming up. Game 3 coming at you shortly.
I will get there.